After disembarking from our Alaska cruise in Whittier, we spent a few days in Anchorage, Alaska's largest city, nearly 10 times the population of the second city of Fairbanks. First settled in 1915 to build the Alaska Railroad, Anchorage became a city in 1920. West 4th Avenue is the heart of the city. The visitor center, with a turf roof, has a wealth of information. We stayed about 2.5 miles south in Midtown, and with a bus stop right outside our hotel, downtown was easily accessible. We paid on the bus with cash, $1 or $2 per person each way. Downtown has a fair amount to see and do, and West 4th Avenue is called the Mushing District, as it's the start of dog sled races, including the Iditarod. Obviously when there's snow on the ground. A roadside cart served reindeer hot dogs, and we decided to split one for $8. But they were huge and pretty good. And nearby, Alaska's biggest souvenir shop certainly has a large selection. But the almost as big Trapper Jack's across the street had products that we found much more appealing. All based on indigenous designs and supporting indigenous culture. Just down from Trader Jack's, the United States Federal Building has a small but informative museum with contributions from the Bureau of Land Management, National Park Service, and other offices of the Department of Interior. It gives a good overview of Alaska. And the rotating free movies are informative with some fantastic photography. A few blocks away, between 6th and 7th Avenues, the Anchorage Museum is a must-see for the city. The view of the Chugach Mountains from the top floor is pretty awesome. There's Alaskan art. Nothing much. And portraits of contemporary Alaskan life. But the exhibits on indigenous culture were fantastic. The variety of peoples and languages was greater than we ever knew. And how they live in reciprocity with their environment instead of trying to forcibly change it is so foreign to us, but brilliant, especially with regard to salmon. There's a lot to learn about the value of a balanced relationship with the only world we have. And then there were the atrocities. World War II concentration camps, involuntary doses of potentially lethal radiation, and others. Another exhibit was on the 1964 Great Alaska Earthquake of Good Friday, March 27th. Centered southeast of Anchorage in the Prince William Sound, with a peak magnitude of 9.2, it struck Anchorage with a magnitude 8.5 for over 4 minutes. It is the most powerful recorded earthquake in U.S. history and the second largest ever recorded. While devastating for the 5-year-old youngest state in the Union, the earthquake was a scientific goldmine, providing critical evidence to support the nascent theory of plate tectonics and resulting in huge advancements in earthquake prediction and earthquake-resistant construction. We wanted to check out Earthquake Park to learn more, and another Anchorage attraction caught my eye. Planet Walk signs provide information on the planets in the solar system, spaced farther and farther apart, proportional to the distance of each from the sun. You can walk to each in about the same time as it takes the sun's light to reach each planet, but I didn't want to walk 5.5 hours to see Pluto, so I decided to rent a bike. The place I picked was highly rated and close to our hotel, but not well marked, though they did know their outdoor gear. My plan was to ride to Kincaid Park and around the coast. The ride to the park was pleasant, and Anchorage has a great trail network. The striped stick lets snowplows know not to hit the fire hydrant.
Workout paused.
The park itself is beautiful and has miles of trails of all different kinds that are used for skiing in the winter, and a frisbee golf course for warmer weather. I did find the coastal trail I was looking for, but it was closed. So I spent a while searching inside the park for another way north. Unsuccessfully, so I just went back. Though I did find a great view of Cook Inlet, and I got to Pluto.
And beyond!
While I was biking, Avic took an Anchorage trolley tour. They visited Lake Hood Seaplane Base, the largest seaplane base in the world. Seaplanes are used all over Alaska, but Anchorage is the seaplane capital. And they went to Earthquake Park, now fully wooded. 60 years ago, it was a housing community. The earthquake sunk the land here by 8 feet. And the resulting tsunami completely flooded the area. The woods are a reminder of the power of natural forces.